Hi yogis and yogi land. Yoga with Scott. Welcome to doing yoga. We're going to come to the mat and sit down. It's very hot out here. I'm not in no shade, so I have to wear my hat for a bit. We're going to do the cooling breath. On the way back, exhale out the nose. Bring the cooling breath over the tongue and the forward to the knees, or forward cat and cows also. And let's roll the shoulders up and roll them forward and back. Roll back. And now we're going to touch the shoulders for alignment, raise the hands up, and exhale to the right. So the left hand comes to the left knee and the comes back here. And just look over to this way. And your head doesn't have to look to the right. You can, but you don't want to. You want to give a little bit of a neck twist, but that's it's your practice, so you do the best you can do. Anytime you feel pain, please. I'm theming my classes over a question now. One yoga teacher was, we're gonna raise the arms up, then we're gonna bring the right to the outside, do a slight twist here. Was saying students get more out of a question than reading sutras or theming the classes on the outside context of everyday life. So he says, ask the question. This week we're going to stick to the question of what brings you to your mat. And what took you away from the mat? What would it take to bring you back? So contemplate on this. If you tried yoga and you came back, welcome. I hope to give you the modifications to make your practice more welcoming. My job as a yoga teacher is for you to have a practice, to enjoy the yoga experience. I know yoga can be very expensive, so my passion is doing these classes, or we'll just follow along. We'll help you to you don't have to go to a yoga studio, because I'm bringing the studio to you. And that's my passion. You might live somewhere and they have that high yoga. That's the only yoga style that's around. It's like, and that's like, who wants to do that? Who wants to do the same? Same. We're going to change it up a little bit today. When we get to our restorative part of our class, we're going to be sitting on our legs. something that's not done a lot in my classes, so it gives me great pleasure to introduce them back into. And I always like to change up things. Just keep up the cooling breath. Take this cooling breath with you, not just here. It's yours. I'll teach you how to do it. Whenever you're hyperventilating, anytime you're in a place that's hot, you want to just, if you take a hot yoga inside somewhere, please, this is the breath to do. Okay? We're going to do a very gentle class today because it's very hot out. I like to come out in the late evenings. Usually it's cooler. Yesterday was very cool. So now we are going to, before we come up, we are coming into just stay where you are. Keep doing the cooling breaths. Just tune in here. Tune into the question. What brought you? What keeps you? What brought you to the mat? And what can be done to have you come back? We're going to open up with an Om. Tuning in to our practice. And do a very gentle practice today. So. Or say a slow flow, right? We're going to do some more. We're going to pick aroma. We're going to do some aromatherapy. So if you at home have an aroma that you like, please take it. And for being outside here, the aroma really helps for the keep the keep the bugs at bay. You can rub it on your leg. That's like, I know when I put a whole lot of this on, I don't get a whole lot of bugs come near me. So, we're going to do some flower rotations to get the synovial fluid going. But, know what? Let's stand up. And we will do some bumblebees. So let's rub it. Now the bumblebee I want to read the bumblebee poem. I love this poem. So we're going to touch the shoulders, extend out, and just drop them, and try not to come higher than your chin. Okay? According to the laws of aerodynamics, the bumblebee cannot fly. Its body is too heavy for its wings, and that's the simple reason why. But the bumblebee doesn't know this fact, and so the bumblebee flies anyway for all to see. Remember this when you're losing faith or hope. God's proof that the impossible can be. Now, I gotta change my mat over because it's sticking to my feet. I kind of ruined this mat. I was out in the rain the other day, and it was, ever since it got wet, it ain't got right. Okay, just keep the bumblebee flap. These are bumblebee wings. Now we're going to come down 4 times. When we get to the 5th one, we're going to bend the knees like we are in a Utkatasana stance, and swing the arms around. Come to a prayer here like big hands. Bring the fingertips together, curl under, and come up. Okay. This is very good for the body here. Keep doing that. We're going to do 10 of these. Two more. Okay. So it's good when you can come into your flower. Now, we're going to step out. And we're just going to do some pelvic rotations here. And your feet can actually be wherever you feel comfortable. But they say even closer with the feet, or the pelvic rotations are very good. And then we're going to come around the other way. So these are not hip circles, these are pelvic rotations. So you want to concentrate on the forward to the, gonna go back. So the stomach's open more here. Got a lot of air down there. That is the inhalation back. Come forward. So we got the excellent, a little slight crunch, the pelvic. And that is also to be used throughout your practice. And you will find that when you come to asanas that you really enjoy, you will be able to deepen. You don't have to concentrate so much on the bandhas. You just more the pelvic. Okay. We'll come around the other way. Okay. And now we're just going to step out with the right and just do try and rotate the whole leg. So even though the whole hip comes out. And now we're going to go the other way. We'll go 5 inward and 5 out, okay? Okay. Now put the weight over to the right and come on the left toes, and we're going to do the same that way. And try and be up on the toes if you can. And then we'll just keep and just come out, just side to side. It's like for in place walking, just bend the knees and we'll see if that helps loosen up some in your pelvic area there. Okay, so I'm just bending the knees and moving the arms in and out. So we have a circulation of in our body, energies. Okay, now we are going to pinwheel here. Just rotate the arms forward. And now we're going to reverse that. And now, here's the challenge. Rotate back with the right and forward with the left. Come back with the left and right and forward with the right. Okay. Now we're going to go to the mat, roll our shoulders forward and back. And just tune in here. And we tune in. There's these energies in our body that we just did, we created, and there's a tinginess. And see if you can tune into the tinginess in our body. Okay? And then we're going to come down, let's put our hands on, before we come all the way down, I want to do this. Bring our Hands to our thighs. And just stop when you get up to the knees. Then we'll do some inhalations forward, exhalation. And you can also do that cooling breath here. Okay. That might help loosen up some of our pelvic there. Use some of the and strengthen. If you have like a annoying pain or some sort. So let's just rotate the arms forward. If you look at the sun, you're outside, look at the sun and close your eyes and bring that dot up to our third eye, the Ajna chakra here. Gonna rotate the arms backwards. The right arm's gonna come up and step back with the right. Touch the shoulders for alignment. We're coming into our warrior one. If your heel doesn't come down, you can be on the toes, and that's called an Anujeti asana. So you can just, your preference, your practice, I want you to come. And I always like to touch the shoulders, so now we're vertical to the mat, and we come up. And you just want to, just a slight reach. So it's like almost to the face up, to the shoulders. You're trying to catch something coming in. There's a magnetic field, and we're reaching out to the power that it's given, okay? There's the energies that we create. We're now going to, with an essence and an elegance, rotate the wrists. So we do a lot of wrist actions in this class. So we're gonna just bring the hands to the mat and step back with the left and come into our dog here. And while we're here, we're gonna inhale up on both toes, exhalation one side, inhalation up, exhalation down, the other side. So rotations here, and this is for our flexus plastitis. Okay, now we're gonna inhale forward, we're gonna drop the knees, and we're gonna extend the toes out, and we're gonna turn this into our Zen asana. This you can do. We're going to go into a variation of our chaturangas in a little bit. If they're challenging, just stick to this and take this wherever you go in another yoga studio. If this is going to help you come to the max, some people, the dog is very challenging. And is there a difference between a Zen asana and a chaturanga? To me, very, very, very little. And it gives me great pleasure with this modification because I feel it will help you have a more inviting practice. So we are going to drop this down the knees, extend the toes out, drop the forearms, come just a little slight tilt backwards, and lead with the chin to the top of the mat. And this is our first back bend. We're going to stay right here. This is a very important asana right here. We are now going to grow coming to our puppy, to our dog. So we're growing the dog. Okay. From that, bring the hands to the shoulders. Just press down with this whole part of the body with the inhalation up. And then we just tuck the toes under. Where your hand is, one full hand print towards you. See? I'm right here. So just come back like that. Tuck the toes under and very gently come back up. If the dog is challenging for you, you can keep the knees down. Stay here on the down. And then just do a puppy. Okay? So you're doing a dog, you're doing a puppy. So these are modifications so you have an enjoyable practice. One woman, she didn't like to do, the dog was very challenging for her, so she gave up for doing yoga. I'm like, do this, do the puppy, please. So now we're going to tuck the toes under, we're pressing up into our dog. Raise the right leg up, step up with the right, step up with the left. Now we're going to touch the shoulders and extend out. And this is our spirit of ecstasy. And you can flap it through its wings like your ornament, your asana. Sweep the hands forward and come to a slight back bend here. And now come into your flower. Curl the hands, fingertips to the back, come out. And we're going to do 3 of these. This is our transition. Okay? And anytime you need a flower, needs fragrance, by all means, give it the fragrance you need. Because all this will help you to come to the mat, please. By all means, incorporate it into your practice. We're coming up to we're in the front of the mat now. We're going to pinwheel the arms. Come back. The left arm comes up. We're going to step back with the left. I'm rotating around the mat. Please stay where you are. Elegance and an essence with bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the right, come into our dog. Inhalation forward. Drop the knees. Tilt back a teeny bit. Drop the forearms and lead with the chin. Then press up into our Bhujangasana here. Now we're going to grow our puppy to our dog. Raise the left leg up. Step up with the left, step up with the right. Touch the shoulders, open up to our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep the arms forward for a slight back bend. And all the while, when we get going in our practice, see how far back, we're coming into our flower rotation. See how far you tilt back. With nothing forced, just you'll notice that because you're warmed up a bit. And it's like 100 degrees out here. I'm somewhere in Georgia somewhere. And rotate the arms back. This is Little Mulberry State Park. Step back with the right leg. Touch the shoulders. Little Mulberry State Park, the place is huge. Bring the hands to the mat. Just outside of a land area. Inhalation forward. Now, we're going to add on here. You can drop the knees if you'd like to do the Zanasana. The Chaturanga, Utthita Chaturanga is inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And that's the dog. Raise the right leg up. Step up with the left. Open up to our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep the arms forward. It's not always like Simon says. I give you these, I'm a guide also. So just to help you to have a practice, I show you modifications and stick to the modifications. Now we're going to do our flower rotations. Pinwheel the arms forward. Pinwheel back. The left arm comes up. Step back with the left. This will be our last sun salutation we're going to add on here. Extend the arms. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the right. Inhalation, Utthita Chaturanga, or drop the knees. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Raise the right leg up. Step up with the, raise the left leg up. Step up with the left. Step up with the right. Come into our spirit of ecstasy. Sweep the arms forward. Come into our flower rotations. Okay. Now, we are going to pinwheel the arms forward. Pinwheel back. Step back with the right arm comes up, step back with the right. Come to our warrior one. Bring the fingers together. So we're parallel with the mat and open up here. And now flip the arms here. And we're gonna, this will help you to find where you are. Have buoyancy in the knees. We don't lock out. We just have a little. And we just, okay. Okay. Now, the right hand comes along the leg, and we come into our warrior, the elegance. There's an essence and an elegance, and you will see that the elbows out wider, the walk, out more wider you are, is the more elegant it looks. May even feel even elegant. Come back into our warrior two. And on the warrior two, I'm flipping the arms, the back. That will help we'll get the back a bit lined up. So these are ways that you know you're alone because you're at home, nobody's around. So I help you to when I touch the shoulders, open up. These are all cues to help you to align up. Okay. Now, very gently, you can. This is a squiddle. 1 foot length in. We're coming into our Trikonasana now. So wherever you feel comfortable, just make sure that in the warrior stance, the front leg doesn't go over the toes. We're coming down to our Trikonasana, so we're going to have a little bit of strain in the leg, but we don't want to lock out. So we want to make, that's called the buoyancy. So when you hear me say, because this one here, if you don't have buoyancy, you'll fall over, and it's not, and then you end up like damaging the cartilage and stuff in the knee joint. So we don't want to do that. Okay, so we just want to. I'm coming down over the left. My left hand leads, my right hand will follow, and just come down. Bring the back of the left hand to the inside and brush the body with. Clap that hand and brush the body. Elbow comes up and then raise the forearm. Five breaths here. Come back in. Bring the knee to a warrior stance. And come back into our warrior de elegance. Okay? Bring the fingertips together. Open up to our warrior two. And now we're going to come into our warrior one. And now we're going to extend that leg. You can squiddle again, up with that right leg forward. We're coming into a Parsvantasana. So I'm going to, you can bring the hands to the elbows. You can do a mudra, lift up with the elbows and stick the forearms out. Or you can do a reverse prayer. And the reverse prayer is like that. And I'm exhaling over the left leg, so I'm going to have my left thumb over my right thumb. And slight back bend here. And this is like we were in our Trikonasana. We're going to come down, the front leg's going to be straightened but not locked out, okay? And exhalation. Inhale here, exhalation over the leg for 5 breaths. Okay. Come back up into a slight back bend here. And now, we're going to do a Pavarita Trikonasana. So my right hand is going to lead. My left hand is going to follow. And just exhalation down along the leg. And your leg, just make sure you're comfortable with the buoyancy there on that right leg. The left leg is going to get kind of straightened, but remember to have the buoyancy there. The right hand comes to the outside of the left shin there, and then we clap the hand the best you can and roll the body. Roll up the elbow and extend the arm. Pavarita Trikonasana. Okay. Come back into our Warrior the Elegant. Open up back into our Warrior 2. And now, very gently, we're going to place this left elbow on top of that left knee in our warrior stance. And then we're going to pinwheel the right arm. Pin the other way. And wherever you feel the reach is comfortable for you, just stay there. And remember to have the buoyancy in that right leg. Come back into our Warrior the Elegant. Open up into our Warrior 2. Come into our Warrior 1. And with an essence and an elegance, we're bringing the right elbow outside the left knee. Okay? Come back into our Warrior the Elegance. Come into our Warrior 2. Come into our Warrior 1. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the left leg. Come into our down dog here. You can drop the knees, do the Zanasana, or you can inhale here for the Utthita Chaturanga, exhale Chaturanga. Step up to our hands. Come into our Spirit of Ecstasy here. Come into our back bend here. We're going to do 3 flower rotations here. Okay. Come. We're coming up to the mat pinwheel here. Pinwheel back. And this time we're doing the other side, so I'm stepping back with the left leg. Touch the shoulders, come into our Warrior 1. Bring the hands to the side to where we're parallel them out. Now you can also brush the shoulders and come out for our Warrior 2. We're doing asanas breaths or elongations, exhalations, or deepening into the asana. Your asana, your physique. What makes you come to the mat? My asana makes me come to the mat. Yes? Drop the left hand along the leg. Come into our warrior D elegance. Come back into our warrior 2. Squiddle the left foot in a little bit. Coming into our Trikonasana here. The right hand leads, the left hand will follow. Bring the back of the hand to the shin here. Give a slight clap and brush the body. Bring the elbow up and open up with the forearm. Remember to have the buoyancy here. Because if you lock out, you're going to fall over. So it comes with practice, but it's so enjoyable when it gets right. Come back into our warrior D elegance. Open up into our warrior 2. And now, we're going to Parvarita or Trikonasana, so the left hand will lead and the right hand will follow. And remember your stance, so you can have, your stance is wide, so just make sure you have buoyancy in the legs. Because if you're too far, you might be locked out, and you don't want to do. Okay? And clap the hand with the right hand and bring up, brush the body, lift the elbow and lift the forearm. Come into our warrior D elegant. What made you show up? And now we're coming into our Vinyasa. Remember I showed you the modifications for the hand behind you. You want to try another one, that's up to you. Exhaling over my right leg. And your width is, make sure you have a comfortable width. Again, buoyancy when we gonna straighten the right leg when we exhale over. I've got my right thumb over my left thumb. Slight back bend here. And exhalation over the right leg. Okay. Come back into our slight back bend here. Come up into our reverse, our warrior D elegance. Open up into our warrior 2. And now, very gently and elegantly place the right hand for our Utthita Parsvankasana. And we're going to pinwheel the arms this way, backwards and forward. And on your forward, do it 3 times this way. And wherever you feel your reach, stay there. We'll do 5 breaths here. Come back into our warrior D elegance. Open up into our warrior 2. And now we're going to Parvarita from our warrior 2. I like to come into warrior 1 here and very elegantly and gently bring the left elbow outside the right for our Parvarita Parsvankasana. Okay. Come back into our warrior D elegant. Open up to our warrior 2. Come warrior 1. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back with the right. can drop the knees for the Zenasana, or you can inhale to our Utthita Chaturanga. Exhale Chaturanga. Inhale up. Ardhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk up to our mat here. Then this is a very important asana. We'll stay here for 5 breaths here. And this is also half fold. Inhalation, exhalation. And try not to pull yourself. Just, okay. Open up to our spirit of ecstasy. Come back to a slight back bend. Now, we are going to have some fun. We're going to come into our Utkatasana. Before we come into our balance of our class. In our Utkatasana, we're going to do some pelvic rotations here, okay? Just have the feet, don't have the feet close, just drop them like hip down, wherever you feel comfortable, okay? And we'll go the other way. And now, touch the shoulders and just give a slight squat back. So this is also known as the chair. And now, we're going to hug ourselves here. And now we're going to connect the mind and the body by coming over and massaging your ear. Okay? Just give a massage here and just with the exhalation come, but make sure your knees don't go over the toes. Okay? And while we're here, we're going to Parvarita, our Utkatasana. Come back up, raise the arms up, and we're going to bring the right elbow outside the left knee. Being prayer hands here. Come back up into our Utkatasana here. And now we're going to bring exhalation, bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Okay. Come back up. Come into a slight back bend here. And now we are going to come into our balance. And we have the Nadarajasana. So we're going to do our Nadarajasana. So we're going to do this. Okay. We're going to do, before we get into our Nadarajasana, let's come into our tree here. So my tree here is just whatever leg you feel like you want to balance on. I'm on tippy toes on this right leg, and you can stay right here. I'm going to have buoyancy in this, I'm going to be on my left leg. So my right leg, you can be on the toes here. You can bring the hands to our prayer. Actually, give yourself while we're here, we want to tune in some more, we can give more fragrance to our flower here. Okay. So now, you can gently put the foot on your shin and place one hand on to the inside here, so you help it open. You're not locking out the left knee. Another way is you can bring it all the way up to the groin, but it doesn't matter. I like putting it here. As if you're coming out, it's easy to put the toe down. If you come up to the groin, you just make sure you're away from the knees, okay? We're going to bring the right hand, open up put pressure on that inside of that right knee, so we're opening up. Touch the shoulders with the left hand, raise up. 10 breaths here. Bring the right hand to the shoulder, raise up. And bring our hands to a flower for 3. And to a flower rotation. Drop that right leg down. Put our hands on our thighs and we're going to do a forward fold here. It's a great way to transition is the forward fold. Now we're setting up for the left leg to be lifted up. Put my, well, whatever leg you're on. I have my weight on my right. So my left, this is also known as a kickstand. Just place the weight there. And you can also help to place the foot wherever you feel you're comfortable you want to place it. You come out. We're having fun. This is yoga fun. Don't ever beat yourself up. One side's challenging more than the other. So, and then you just come back in. We're doing this for 10 breaths. Bring it up. Come down to a flower for 3. And reach out. Come down, come to a forward fold here. Before we transition to our dancer, let's do some more hip or pelvic rotation. And now, my favorite asana, starting to cool off a little bit. Yes, now it's totally freaking beautiful out here. Coming into our Nadarija asana. And that's our dancer. We're going to clasp the hands here. So we're going to start off on the different weight on a different leg now from what we just were on. So I'm going to be putting my weight back on my left. I'm reaching my hands out here. I'm clasping. I'm going to inhale here a little bit, my knee up to my chest a bit. I am going to bring my hand down to my foot here. See if you can bring it to the inside. It has something to do with the shoulder there. We flex the foot so the toes come more into the shin, inward. Touch the shoulder with the left. Reach up. Inhalation, exhalation, come forward. And we're going to do 15 breaths here. Okay, hug that knee in and come into a forward fold here. And actually do some more pelvic rotations here. Doing that tree actually helped enjoy that, gave a little bit more strength to that Nadarija asana, our dancer. Okay. Get ready for the other side now. Bring the hands up front, press in. Bring the knee to the chest. Reach behind. And we're setting up for, bring the hand to the inside. Flex the foot here. The right hand touches the shoulder, reaches up. Exhalation, forward. Elongations are lengthening. Exhalations are deepening the asana, your asana. And this is my favorite asana here. This is why I show up to my mat, answer to my question. Come back down. Come into a forward fold here. And now we're gonna do some more pelvic rotations here. We are going to come down to our seated asanas now. It's a little wide stance Utkatasana here. And exhalation, bring the elbows to the inside of the right leg here. And we have a flower. So come down here. We're gonna meet here and play here. This is a good back stretch here also. And very gently, we are coming into a Padmasana. Remember, if you feel you can bring the air over your tongue, exhale out your nose. Okay. And now, this is a very, very important asana, so I like to stay here for a bit. Do a little bit of exercise here. We're going a little, playing with the asana. We're bringing this elbow to our belly button area. Drop it down and bring this, I got my right shin in front, I'm bringing that shin over here. And now we're gonna bring my index, center, ring, pinky, in between my toes here. And this is for bunions. Give a little bit of rotations here. Okay. And now we're gonna come under here, rock it until we get the synovial fluids in the hip going. And now bring this leg up to our elbow here and hug in here. Okay. And now we're going to kick up here. I'm going to bring my right hand to the inside, the left to the outside. Let the left hand and open up here. And we are coming to, this is a compass. Bring the power of the magnetic field to our foot. Okay, and bring that in. And now we are bringing the left leg in front. And I have my little bolster I could sit on also. So if you have one, it might help you to come up a little bit. Bring the left elbow to the center, bring the left shin on top, and now we're going to put the left fingers, right fingers in the left toes. And then rock here, the wrist, some rotations here. And now we are going to bring the left leg up to our elbow here. Cradle the baby. Now we're going to bring the right to the outside of the left and the left to the inside. And now just drop the left down. Okay. And now we're going to extend this out and come into our Paschimottanasana here. Remember, we can have the knee up a bit. This is our first forward. We're going to come in, put our hands here, we'll do a Dandasana, just sit up here. Touch the shoulders, reach up. Exhalation, bring the hands down along the legs best you can up to the toes. A little bit easier when you have the knees up, and then on the exhalation, see if you can, how far down you can, the exhalation, the deepening, you can close that gap. Come back into our Dandasana, and now we're going to press up to a Parsvantasana. Okay. Exhalation. Inhale up. Open up to our Janu Shirsasana. So I'm facing, I'm dropping my right knee to the side. Let's concentrate on this shin rolling forward. This is a very important asana. Raise up the arms and exhalation. Let the left hand will lead, the right will follow. Ten breaths here. Okay. And now extend the right leg. Touch the shoulders again. Do another forward fold here. Hug the right leg back in. Cross it over here. If you can, you're welcome to stay here. With my right arm, we're going to wave to use. Inhalation, the left arm up. And come here with our left elbow outside the right knee. Okay. Extend the right leg. Touch the shoulders. Come into a forward fold here. Come into our Dandasana and press up to our Parsvantasana. Okay. Touch shoulders with that. Come into another forward fold. This time, we're going to hug in the left knee up to the chest. And drop that down to the left side. And we're doing our Janu Shirsasana. So concentrate on that left shin rolling forward. The right hand leads, the left hand follows. Bring the knee in, extend it up. Take another forward fold here. Hugging the left knee again. You're welcome to stay here. We can cross over for Vinyasa here. You can wrap it with the right arm. And the left arm gives the wave. You can deepen this by bringing the right shoulder outside the left leg. Okay. Extend the leg up. Come back into our forward fold. Come into our Dandasana, and then we're going to press up into our Parsvantasana for 5 breaths here. And that gives us a bit of workout for our tricep area there. Now, we are going to do a sequence, so we're going to be on our legs here. So let's see if we can do this 3-face forward bend here by bringing this right leg to the booty, and then we're going to roll on that right leg. And I have my bolster here. If you have a bolster, so I'm going to show you. So I have a bolster here. If it's, you can come and sit on it if it helps you balance, or you can place it right under here. Okay, so, and we are going to very gently exhalation over the down to the toes, like we were in our forward fold. Okay. And now we're transitioning to the other side. Okay. So I'm going to be squatting over my left leg, and your toes, do you want to see if you can extend them? Like I say, you have the bolster to put down by your booty. If it makes you feel comfortable, it's fine. Or you're blocking home. Okay. Now, we're going to bring the right leg in. And we are going to, we're going to do a Kalabate breath, kind of. Passive inhale, forceful exhalation into our Vinyasa here. And I like to, we're going to rotate the right arm up and the left arm. So we got to do these. Just rotate around without hitting yourself. Like you're chasing away some bugs. There's this, the aurora that surrounds us, and what we're doing here is we're strengthening that aurora, and it gives me great pleasure to speak this because this was a standard in my class last year. And you can rotate around. It's like you have a hammer and you're banging the nails into all that negative energy to stay away. Okay, something like that. Passive inhalations, forceful exhalations. And this sometimes might hurt, so you can put that bolster behind you and you're sitting on the bolster. Okay, great. We'll add on to that. I just introduced it this season to the practice, so I want to make sure we add more of them because that's very important to do. We're now, since we're here, and this is very good for the pelvic, we're going to come forward. We're going to bring the knees to the outside of the mat. We'll grab a little bit of water here. We're going to do, this is known as the frog. Okay, so in the frog, you can also put this here. And before we come into our Shavasana, okay? So the knees are wide. The toes are come out a bit. And we are just to have this bolster here. This kind of will help. And we got my forearms here like we were doing our Vinyasa. And you just squat back a teeny bit. And this is very good for the pelvic here. You can bring your head down. Like a wide stance child pose, but you want to be up on the forearm. And now we're going to come into our rabbit. And we're going to add on here, since we're almost done here. I'm going to give you something to play with. I'm coming into our rabbit is just bring the head down as close as you can to your like you're in a child pose, and just come forward. You grab the back of your feet, pull in. Okay. And now we're going to grow. We have to do a very important, we're going to do our headstand, but a dolphin to a headstand. So it's your preference. Nobody's left out. I just try and do things to show you what goes on when we deepen our practice. All's welcome. This is all levels class. We're going to do 15 breaths when we come up, but we're going to come into our dog. Well, now we can experience our dog for the 10 breaths here. Okay, now we're going to drop the forearms and drop your head. This is a dolphin here. And if that gets, just come back to the knees, take some breaths here, and come back up. This is our inversion part of our class here, so we only got a few more asanas to do before we close up. So just do the best you can, and we're all going to meet in our child pose. Okay, this is the child pose. Okay, we'll meet here. 15 breaths from the time we get into our headstand. Okay? And I have to show you, well, I like to show you what goes on when you do have a deep practice. And I do things because it takes me many years how to get here. So those of us that want to deepen, we can come down to our dolphin, put the head down, and we are going to make like a little triangle. You walk the feet in and just press up. And now we'll come into our child pose. Very important after doing an inversion like this to do a child pose. And now we're going to do one back bend. We're going to squiddle our knees up a bit. Come back on our legs and just drop down the best we can to our elbows. And now we're just gonna swing the legs around and come into our closing part of our class, our child pose here. We're gonna come into our happy baby. Just roll out the hands, the ankles, hug them in, go side to side. We're going to do a Salamba Shirsasana, or Salamba Shirsasana, what we just did, our Salamba Sarvangasana, which is our shoulder stand. And there's 3 ways of coming up. We'll come up here, place the hands here, and handprints to a shoulder stand. Drop back for our halasana. And come down very, very gently. And we're going to come into our Matsyendrasana. And come into the close of our class by putting our booty on our hands. Coming up to our elbows here, and very so gently tilt back with your head. And then come into our Shavasana, our final relaxation. Bring the right arm up and cross over. Do 3 rotations this way. This is our wheel. Now bring the left arm 3 rotations that way. Bring the fingertips together and brush the body. These are meridians. And open up. And we're going to do our chakra here. Our Muladhara chakra, and that's our earthly element, and the color is red. We got our Vadhistatthana, and that's the element of water, and the color is orange. We got our Manipura, and that is our fire, and the color is yellow. Go up a bit more to our heart chakra there, and that's the Anahata. And the element is air, and the color is green. We got our Vishuddha, the throat chakra, and that is consists of space and ether, and the color is blue. We got to the third eye there, between the eyebrows, and that is our Ajna chakra, and the element consists of all the elements, and the color is violet. We come to the crown of the head, our Rara chakra, and that's the kaleidoscope of colors, and the element consists of all the elements. And just feel the tingliness in our body of these elements in the body. And we can roll to one side, whatever side you want to come on to. This, the hand that's to your mat comes to the cerebral chakra, and the arm that crosses over comes to your cheek. Okay? So just tune in there. Just stay here. We're gonna just feel the movements that we just did here. By Myra H. Wildflower, you are my wildflower. You are too whimsical ego. The whimsical echo of raindrop. Through the leaves, you are my lightning bog, glowing the black wall of trees. You are the honey to my tea, the salt to my sea. You are the bumblebee soaring through the summer breeze. Okay. Now, come up to a seated position here. We're going to do our arms. We got 3 ohms. Last one. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the words and actions of my teachings contribute to the health and well-being of you. Namaste, my warriors. Sat Nam. Gave me great pleasure to speak this class to you.